leader. I know Honorable Ablakwa wanted to be vetted a week before the week into which the incident happened. They couldn't give him the opportunity to be vetted. So originally, Honorable Ablakwa was supposed to be vetted on the Thursday. So if anybody says Honorable Ablakwa was being smuggled into Thursday, that is not true. He was originally supposed to be vetted on the Thursday. So he prepared. The challenge happened when I think we had to shift almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who were supposed to be vetted on the Wednesday to be added to the Thursday. Then it became an issue of an attempt to negotiate who should we take. The minority insisted we should only do 3. And that if you remember, that was like a standard. But we had 60 ministers to go in a short period of time. I noticed that they insist we are vetting 3, and the majority will say we are vetting more than 3. In the period, and I unofficially participated in part of the roadside discussions. So if the discussion is going beyond a certain time, they say, okay, let's go and start. The minority takes it that what they said the last time before we entered the vetting was that we want to vet 3. The majority believes, no, we are not vetting 3, we are vetting all these people. So just on record, on the Wednesday, the spillover from the Wednesday, which is about 5, added to the 3 originally scheduled, which was supposed to be Honorable Ibrahim Tia, Samuel Nate, and Honorable Akujeto, were originally supposed to be vetted Thursday, the 30th of January. So if we have a situation where 5 plus 3 are supposed to be vetted, that decision has to be made by the committee and have some leeway. So if anybody says we were originally to vet 3, we give in an added 1, making it 4, and somebody is trying to make it 5, that is not entirely the situation. The situation was that the appointment committee elected not to vet on Wednesday, and people have made plans to be vetted on Wednesday and Thursday, and they ought to know that they should have been ready to vet 8 people on the day of 30th January. On the particular issue, what I saw, it's not unusual for members of parliament to argue. This house is a house of debate, and we argue for is when out of lack of agreement, I saw my colleagues on the minority side, and I made this point on the floor, when the minority side started having a go directly at the clerk of the committee. For me, that was not right, because like I said on the floor, in parliament, we are all not blind. We have parliamentary service staff. We have members of parliament are known by their party colors, except independent people. But for us to see colleagues begin to identify his NDC, his NPP, for me, I knew something was not right. And so I got really shocked. So all I could do was to pull back and watch. And unfortunately, colleagues, and I saw my colleague, minority chief whip, insisting, and I agree with him. He's a whip. We need to hold a certain line given to him, and this is what whips do. You are given an instruction, and you try to hold that line. We are either for it or not for it. So initially, when he got up and said, "We are not having it," I've done same in the past. We are not doing it. Where it got a bit difficult, then I saw my whip, Honorable Dapamekpo, approaching the other side of the chairman saying, "No, we are doing it. We are government. We need to get this done." But even then, it wasn't even an issue. Then some other colleagues on the minority side, in the video you could see, maybe they couldn't see that the video was capturing them, begin to turn their backs towards the table and begin to open up the gap between the closing of the table and pulling the table. to the extent that when that appears not to be working for them, you could hear. I don't have to tell you. You could hear people, all sorts of things, until it got to a point where you saw colleagues beginning to take the chairs on which they are sitting and placing them on the table. At that point, everybody in the world knows this is not right. And I saw Honorable, the respected majority leader came in, tried to appeal to people to calm down. Then a particular colleague, I was shocked, even came in front of me, took my console and ripped the cable off and smashed it on the table. So if you watch that day,
sorry, can you mention it? Because
no, I said I was shocked. I couldn't tell exactly, but all I realized was that by the time I realized the equipment in front of me.
But you can identify him.
I didn't see him in the video doing it. That is what I'm saying. That
okay.
I realized my equipment was damaged. I'm sure if you watch the entire spectrum of the video, you will see who was damaging the equipment.
Okay.
And then I saw one of the tables go up and came down. It went up with 4 legs, came down with 3 legs. I don't know what happened to the other leg. And
Honorable Minister, we watched all the videos where you were seated.
Yeah.
We didn't see any of our colleagues pulling. We saw some videos, some colleagues pulling out some of the cable, not from your side. So we have those evidence there. And so we want to take that one out because we did not see it. If you have evidence that you can show it to the committee, then that person can be surcharged. Okay. But the ones that we saw, we have evidence of it.
So you will notice that the table where you are sitting you are at the center of 2 tables. When the first table on your left-hand side was ripped off, we needed to put all those gadgets back onto the only table left, heading to where the head of the table was. So I'm not even a member of the committee. So I'm saying the console in front of me, because I wasn't given one console to speak because I did not have audience at the committee. So if you watch, we need to place back those equipment which were supposed to be on this table back on the available table. So when I say the console in front of me, I wasn't having one myself. But you notice that in the video, you see that there are many broken ones in front there. So for me, all I can say is it's an unfortunate situation. I totally support the action of Mr. Speaker to take the first action. I totally support Mr. Speaker for setting up this committee. I again support Mr. Speaker's decision to de-escalate by allowing our colleagues to, at the moment, continue to serve their constituents pending the outcome of the report from this committee to plenary. Thank you.
Thank you.